Hi. For the past few days, I've been thinking quite a lot about relationships, and particular ones that I have with certain people that are a little bit tricky. Um, I've been listening to quite a few podcasts by Brooke Castillo of the Life Coach School. You can find all her stuff on YouTube. Um, and with that and a bit of thinking through things for myself and seeing how it plays out in the real world, there's kind of 4 points on my list here. The first point, to help resolve relationship issues, is to take back control for yourself. You are the one that generates your feelings. It's not another person that makes you feel in a particular way. Your feelings are yours. You're the one having them. And if you try to imagine having that same conversation with somebody that you don't have the history with, or you don't have the um, depth of feeling with, you can probably see that you wouldn't react anywhere nearly as strongly as you do find yourself reacting. So that's point number one. Your feelings are yours. By saying that such and such person makes me feel a certain way, you're actually giving them all the power. You're saying they can get inside my head and make me feel things. Point two, drop your expectations of the person. If you're getting hurt by the way the relationship is going, that's because you're wanting it to go a different way. You're probably expecting something from them that they can't or won't ever give you. So you need to really be honest with yourself. What are you looking for in this relationship? Is there a way for you to get it? Perhaps being more honest and clear and direct, you might be able to. But if you don't think that it will work, then you need to drop your expectations of that person, and then perhaps you'll be able to relax and just enjoy their company for who they are. They can be whatever they like, they can do whatever they like. It's not up to you, that's up to them, and you have no control over that whatsoever. A third thing that came to me was think about your self-image. How do you imagine that you appear to this other person? How do they see you? Try and think about that for a while. And is there a discrepancy there between their image of you and your self-image? Might you be projecting things onto each other, and that's why you're not actually meeting, because you're not seeing the real person, neither one of you. That's quite an important thing. You may be imagining feelings and motivations that are not there, and so may they, in which case you're just communicating at cross purposes. And the fourth thing, sort of failing all these other techniques, you may just need to set really clear boundaries with this person, and this is something that Brooke Castillo talks about having to do with various family members and friends. At certain behaviours, you may just have to sit down and say, look, I know that you like to do XYZ, but I find it transgressing my boundaries in some way. It's either upsetting, or it's transgressing the physical boundaries or behavioural boundaries. And just like you would with a kid, really, you have to say, look, this is my boundary, and if you step over the line, then this is going to be the consequence. I won't want to see you, or we'll have to put different measures in place so that you have to call before you come round, or whatever you feel the boundary needs to be. But just like you would if you were trying to set boundaries for a child to correct their behaviour, you have to do exactly the same with this grown-up person in your life, and you have to stick to the measures that you've set. Otherwise, those boundaries mean nothing, and the person will probably just transgress them some more and expect that any other requests you make in the future needn't be respected either. So with those 4 things together, I need to work on all of these things in these particular relationships to set them right. But I very much see that it's my work to do. It's not about trying to change the other person, and that my disappointment is mine. And in these cases, I've known the person for a long time, and I should know a lot better by now than to expect them to magically be someone different than who I know they are. So yeah, that's basically it, my thinking today. Good luck with all your relationships and your communication, and here's hoping that everything's going to get much better now that I have these thinking points in my mind and something to work on.